Hey guys, so before we get started on the topic of today's video, I did want to mention that if you are on Instagram and you see some pictures that look vaguely familiar, it's because Walmart approached me and asked me if they could use my pictures that I've been taking of the Nails.Inc. nail polishes that I've been buying at Walmart, and I gave them permission to use those pictures. So you may see some advertisements on Instagram from Walmart for Nails.Inc. nail polish. And speaking of which, I got another one. This one is called Charlie, and it's a neon coral. So I've been thoroughly enjoying these nail polishes, and I also have the base coat and top coat, and um, these last quite a few days before they start to wear away. And that's one of the things that I like about them is they wear away gradually. You don't get like any big chips or chunks missing from your manicure. You just get a little bit of tip wear, so they just wear away gradually. But I really genuinely love these, and I'm not being paid by Walmart or anything like that to say this. I genuinely like these polishes, and I buy them freely with my own money. But yeah, they asked if they could use my pictures of that I take of my manicures on Instagram. So I said yes. So I thought that was nice to be recognized for my moderate photography skills. So, yeah, this is Charlie. This is the one that I just got. And so I have all the colors now, plus the base coat and top coat. Okay, so the topic of today's video, though, is I was at TJ Maxx and I found the Colourpop Flutter by palette there. And this was $9.99, and I said that I was not going to spend any more than $10 on any given item now. That's like my new budget criteria. So this is a really beautiful palette by Colourpop, and yeah, TJ Maxx and Marshalls have been really killing it lately. I've been finding some great things there. So I definitely do not need any more mauve eyeshadow palettes now because I've gotten quite a few of them recently. So I'm definitely all set for mauve eyeshadow palettes, but I couldn't resist. This is so stunning. So that's what we're going to use today. Now I've already put on a few of my base products. Everything that I've used so far will be listed in the description box. It's basically just foundation, concealer, lip treatment, and I did my brows. So we're going to take it from there. So the last thing I did was bronzer. So the next thing I'm going to do is blush. And this LA Colors Cream Gel Blush in the shade Admirable is the one that is going to coordinate best with the colors from that palette. When you take the cap off, a little bit of product is going to be oozing out already, which is inconvenient, but that's the only thing I don't like about these blushes, and I get these at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take my makeup sponge, and I'm just dotting a little bit of this on and sort of stippling it across and blending at the same time. So I'm just taking what was coming out of the container. But yeah, I went through all my blushes, and this is really the only one that I have that coordinates with these mauve shades, which is ironic because I do have some blushes with the name mauve in the title, but they don't really go with the mauve eyeshadow palettes that I have, because there's different tones of mauve, of course, just like there's different tones of any color, really, unless it's a neutral. And So this is the only one that I have that really coordinates with those. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the flat side and really try to blend this out. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this Admirable shade is definitely my favorite one. Okay, now I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild Curiouser and Curiouser highlighter palette, and this was from the Alice in Wonderland collection. And I'm going to take a highlighter brush and I'm going to go into the pinky mauvey type shade that's in there and just pick some of that up and go right into the top of that blush that I just applied and blend that into the whole top section of the blush. I really like a glowy blush later type situation. All right, so let's go into this Colourpop Flutter by palette. You know, I always thought this was beautiful, and for whatever reason I never picked it up because, you know, you can't own everything in the makeup world. When you see something that's pretty, you have to kind of pick and choose. And I was like, okay, this was the time for $9.99. And if you don't find this at TJ Maxx and you want it at a discount, it is on the Colourpop website for that same price right now. So you can get this for $9.99 either at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, or you can get it at a discount on the Colourpop website if you like the looks of this. It's a beautiful palette. Okay, so I have not used this yet, so what I like to do is, in order to get an idea of the depth of colors, I like to do some finger swatches just to see what I'm dealing with. So I think this would probably be a good crease shade for my skin tone. It's called Made to Last, and that is actually a permanent powder eyeshadow in Colourpop's line, and I think I may have had that when they first launched their powder eyeshadows. So that's what that looks like, and it's quite light, but I think that will work for a crease shade from what I remember. So I'm just going to use this brush that came with one of my Lacura palettes. So I'm going to pick up some of that. Yep, that's a good crease shade for me because see, it actually applies darker than when you do a finger swatch. And that's something that you need to keep in mind when you start doing finger swatches is it may go on your actual eye area a little bit different because the skin on the tip of your finger is much tougher than the skin in the delicate eye area. So yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, now I'm going to put some in the outer part of my lid area. And then blend those two sections together. Now, before we move on to my lid, I'm going to take a lip brush. I pretty much use this for lower lash line area all the time now. I just feel like you can really get in there because it's thin. And I'm going to take the shade Cha-Cha Changes, which is right here, and this is basically a slightly deeper shade than what I just used. So I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm going to drag that along the lower lash line. Like I said, I'm going to start in the very outer corner and just take that underneath. And next, I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. This is by Hard Candy, and it's called Dark Chocolate. And it's one of those products that doesn't have the name of the shade written on it. So I have my own labels on so many things. It's definitely a bad trend with makeup companies that they're not putting the names of things. Like it says Hard Candy, and it says long wear eyeliner, but it doesn't have the shade name, which is hard when you have a lot of makeup. You know, you need to know the names of things when you make videos. All right, we're putting this on the waterline, and you might be thinking mauve and brown. Yes, because black would be too harsh, I feel. I think I put too much. Yeah, I put too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take a Q-tip and try to get some of that eyeliner that extended down too far before it dries. So that worked. Go back to my eyeshadow lip brush that I used, and then blend what is left on the brush underneath. Okay, now we're going to go back to the palette and look for a lid shade. Now, I think what would be really pretty, and again, you know, I think it's a good idea to do a swatch. This Mariposa shade is stunning, and it goes nice with my tracksuit that I have on. But let's swatch it and get an idea. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, you know what? Since I have that all over my finger, why don't I use my finger, which you absolutely can do. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a beautiful color. Yeah, what is that called? Um, did I say it? Yes, I did. Mariposa. Wow, that is beautiful, you guys. It's a mauve, but it's got pink shimmer running through it. That is stunning. And again, it applies on my eye deeper than the finger swatch showed up. One good thing about using your finger to apply your lid color is it gives you complete control of the blending and the placement. And in some ways, it's better to use your finger. I mean, you can't do that with the crease or the lower lash line, but for your lid, it actually works better. Oh, this shade is just stunning, you guys. I love it so much. That is so pretty. Now I'm going to go back to the brush I started with originally and pick up a little bit more of that Made to Last shade. and just add a little bit more of that. Especially in the very outside edge. And I'm also trying to get like right deep in the crease where the color fades a little bit because of like the fold in your skin. Okay, now for a highlight shade, let's take a look and see. There's a shade called Sun Flare. This is a very light, it's a lighter version of the shade I used on my light lid, much lighter version. So let's grab a small brush. I'm not even going to bother swatching that because I can tell by looking at it that that's going to work. And what did I say that was called? Sunflake. And let's dust that as my brow bone highlight. Oh, that's perfect for that. Perfect. And inner corner, of course. And then I take whatever's left on the brush and go back and dust it further. Okay, I'm going to shut the camera off and do the other eye, and we will come back and do the lips. And after I do the other eye, I'll curl my lashes and put my mascara on because I think it's so boring for some reason to watch somebody do mascara. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I did the other eye and then I did my curled my lashes and mascara. Now we're going to move on to the lips. Now I'm going to use the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in the shade Fierce Flirt. I am so glad I got this. I've gotten so much use out of this since I bought it because it's just this beautiful mauve type shade and you just don't see that much in lip liners. Well, I didn't have anything like that in my collection. So when I do my makeup, I always put my lip repair oil on first, and that gives it a chance to really sink into my lips. So I'm gonna line my lips. And I am gonna fill in my lips with this. And for a lip product today, I'm going to use something that I haven't shown you yet. And what am I going to use? I'm going to use another lip oil, but this one is tinted. This is the Moira Glow Getter Hydrating Lip Oil in the shade Au Naturale, and it's a mauve. I doubt this has a lot of color to it, but you never know. So let's put some of this over the lip pencil. And it has a, I'm going to say, mint smell to it. And it's just a lip oil. It's not a plumper or anything like that. So that's just going to give my lips more shine. So that is the look that I did with the Colourpop Flutter by palette that I found at TJ Maxx for $9.99. Yay, what a deal. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.